Today's very latest news coming to you first from the fabulous Pattaya Media Group here in Pattaya. And if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Thank you. The Tourist and Sports Ministry is close to agreeing to a tourist program that would afford free in-country flights to a limited number of visitors based on their ticketing, in order that they too can experience various parts of the country. Some 200,000 arrivals could benefit from the 3-month plan if it's approved by the Cabinet, and with a subsidy cost of 700 million baht. Again, if approved, it would see them able to take one domestic flight free. As the country deep breathes after the reduction in potential import taxes to the US, so a condition has been revealed that's causing concern within many parts of industry. A minimum of 60% of all export content must be domestic product. In addition to the predicted practice of importing to here and relabelling, it's also been pointed out that much of the raw material used here in production has to be imported. As an example, while Thailand does have iron ore deposits and some production, it primarily relies on imports to meet its domestic needs. The country has a growing steel industry, but it's largely focused on processing imported iron and scrap metal rather than relying solely on domestic iron ore. Further meetings in Washington are due to be held. Cambodian authorities have reported that an errant soldier who caused the disturbance by shouting at representatives of 8 nations visiting in Nakhon Ratchasima province was drunk. As they travelled to see the damage and detail of the conflict, so the delegation too made its feelings known to the Cambodian authorities, who came very close to apologising. As Buriram police raided an underage call girl service operated by a teenager and working with youngsters within the same school, a 16-year-old girl is admitted to the charges of pimping, and, to all intents and purposes, the issue now appears to be closed, but it isn't. Locals are complaining that there appears to be no public attempt to arrest the clients. Those adults who took advantage have seen no report of further inquiries or arrests, which is seen by many as an opening for further abuse once the heat dies down. The ringleader took the majority of the money and preyed on others who, like herself, came from poor families. Using Facebook to market the vile trade, it would certainly be a simple task to track and trace all the adults involved, but to date not a single adult arrest has been reported. And in Nakhon Ratchasima, a non-local discovered that relying purely on a GPS program for directions might not be the best thing to do. Renowned for finding the shortest routes, the app took him along country roads, but as he forgot to look out of the window and take in the surroundings and is thought to have driven too fast for the rural route, luckily he managed to swim away after ending up in a canal and seeing his ride washed away. Meanwhile at home, a British tourist who threw wheelies in a busy city soi only to collide with a Thai lady is to face manslaughter charges after she passed away in hospital. 22-year-old Brandon Mills from Doncaster, who's known to have used a fake name of Brandon James Holmes and was not long released from a suspended sentence in the UK for trading drugs, when he arrived here, using a rented bike, sped along the lane, all caught on CCTV. It seems that he paid 30,000 baht towards her medical expenses after initially denying that he'd ridden like a madman, but then admitting after the evidence was shown to him. With the concern that he's already fled the country whilst on bail, initially for simply causing injury, police reports indicate that he did not fail either drink or drug testing. Word, though, is that his passport was seized by wily local police, which will make his movements globally less than easy. Changes to hailing a ride via phone apps such as Grab are soon to go into effect here and will likely see a price hike. The new legislation requires those who use their cars or bikes to offer the cheaper-than-taxi rides will now need to register them as vehicles for hire, adding to that the cost of business use insurance. City officials note too the increase in use and the clogging of roads as many park randomly in traffic to pick up or drop off their fares. And with the Met Office promising highs today of just 30 degrees dropping down to 25, a thick cloud cover, showers at times and thunderstorms in the afternoon, with the real feel of 37.
Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.